educational infomercial, take like 51 or something. So, my name is Anna, and I'll be presenting my infomercial on non-cursive paraphilias. What is a paraphilia? It's used to describe variant sexual behaviors that are not typically expressed by most people in our society, and non-cursive refers to the activities being usually solo activities, or they involve the participation of consensual parties. So a person's basic rights are not violated. These paraphilias do have the potential to have adverse consequences for the people who might practice them. And just a useful definition here, kinky. The first two paraphilias, fetishism and partialism, are pretty similar. Fetishism refers to sexual arousal when focusing on an inanimate object, and partialism is when an individual focuses on a human body part, like feet, to get sexually aroused. The development of these paraphilias, I read this one article and it describes childhood experiences. So a child, typically it's a male child, would link sexual arousal to an object that belonged to his mother or like an older sister, and then incorporate the object or the body part through masturbation fantasies, and this helps to reinforce orgasms, and then there's an association just made with the body part or the object. A person might have to go through orgasmic reconditioning to change these behaviors. Next we have transvestism, or cross-dressing. So there's not a whole lot of reputable research about the statistics of people who cross-dress, according to a forum on Columbia University's website. What is known is that it occurs primarily among married men. They can be heterosexual men, they can be gay men, there's even women who cross-dress. This is sexual arousal that is derived from wearing clothing designed for the other sex. It's rarely harmful to others. Some individuals, for example, might have like a gender identity disorder, and some individuals just enjoy having the options to dress differently. One of the more common explanations for transvestism says that heterosexual men might have a psychologically female gender identity, so they use cross-dressing as a way to express their inner female sensitivities, something that they probably wouldn't be able to do in their day-to-day lives dressing like men. Next, we have sadism and masochism. So this is also sometimes referred to as, BDSM. Sexual arousal here is derived from inflicting and or receiving pain and humiliation through bondage-like activities and behaviors. So there's a whole range of activities. We looked at a spectrum last week, I believe. So it starts off with, simple hair pulling, dirty talk, and then you can go as far as whipping, strangulation, branding of the skin. There's so much more stuff too. Mild masochism and sadism are played out as thrill-seeking ventures. The people who participate in these activities do it for the thrill of being in someone else's power. There's also fear of pain to come and humiliation, so sometimes that triggers sexual arousal as well. And of course it is important to remember that consent is required for these kind of activities. Otherwise it could be considered like a form of abuse. And these are just my resources. And that was my presentation. Thanks.